Action.
Okay. This is Dr. Frances Coleman. She's been working here since 2017 as the choir director. So I wanted to ask you, what are your inspirations, especially going into this next concert tomorrow?
I like to pick my music based on my singers. I generally keep like a running list of repertoire that I find throughout the year, and then I pick and choose through it as it best suits the singer.
Okay.
So I try and get inspiration from my students
Okay.
in how I pick the music and in how we go into the concert.
Okay. And speaking of your creative process, is that all that goes into it, or how much more things go into your creative process throughout the semester?
I kind of let the music speak to me and how I want it to be portrayed or performed. Kind of the way we're doing the end of I Dream a World, that's not written in the music. I just feel like it's a really inspiring way to get our message out to the audience.
Okay.
So I try and think through the music.
And I see that you graduated in Richmond, Virginia. What made you choose FMU to come do choral directing?
Well, I'm also the voice instructor here on campus, and it's a music industry program. I started my studies, I started singing on the rock side of things. Straight out of high school, I started touring in rock bands and singing on the contemporary side of the world. And then when I was 24, I went back to school for classical singing and ended up getting my master's and my doctorate in classical, all the while singing with rock bands and jazz bands and non-traditional styles of music or contemporary styles of music. And so I carved a niche for myself over those 15 years as what's called a crossover singer or crossover artist, where I do both contemporary and traditional styles of music on a regular basis. And that's what this position really wanted, was a voice person that could teach contemporary singing as well as traditional singing and direct choirs. And one of my degrees was in music education, so I taught several choirs in the secondary education level, like middle school and high school, and then also at the college level, I taught women's choir at one of the universities I was at. So this job was essentially written for me. It seemed as though when I saw the position. So that's what brought me here. Really was that I was able to use my entire bag of tricks.
Okay. And I saw also that you are also listed as a composer. What are some of the pieces that you composed, and have you ever had university choir sing?
No, most of the stuff that I've written is for rock band, so jazz and blues songs and things like that. Nothing on a choral situation, although that would be really fun.
What do you have planned for the semester?
I don't know yet. Oh, I do. Yes, I do. We're doing a large work. We're doing Vivaldi's Gloria with the string ensemble. And then we're also going to do other, supplemental pieces, but we're going to do one large work with an orchestra. And then we have been invited to take Vivaldi's orchestra to Sweden, to Stockholm, Sweden next July. So that's the plans on the horizon.
And then the last question that I have for you is a two-part question. What are your expectations again for the program tomorrow, and what's the best part of the concerts each semester?
My expectation is that everybody have fun, that everybody challenge themselves, and that everyone work as hard as they can to get the message across. And my most favorite part of that is hearing the students sing after the concert's over. The music is still with them. Seeing the joy on the audience members' faces when it's over. And knowing that not only did the students achieve a huge goal and being proud of themselves and being proud of what they put together, but also knowing that we potentially changed somebody's night with the gift we've been given.
Okay. And just, one more question while I'm thinking about it. I know that you've been teaching here 7 years. What is something that keeps you coming back every year?
Y'all, my students, the music, what y'all give to me.
Well, thank you so much.
Absolutely.